Welcome back, guys. This is Maverick here, and right now we're going to be watching Fire Force episode 19. So, last episode, the 8th Company got a power-up, basically. Small training arc, I guess you could say, but each member had something enhanced of them, or either their innate abilities, or some augmentation to it, and typically in Shonen, you don't power up for no reason, right? So, what would most likely entail, and what would logically ensue, is some big arc that's gonna put them into fighting. And, of course, now that the main antagonist is actually Sho and the Ashen Knights, I'd say there's a pretty good guess that we're going to be going into that arc as of right now. So let's get into the episode and kick things off. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Right. Oh, some more lore. Alright. One eye. Rathvel's the first. What Rathvel's is it right now? I kind of forgot. The 8th? Okay, good for you. Ah, that's it? Seriously, drip feeding us. What is this? A missile silo? Oil refinery? Oh. Oh. Is this your hideout? Nether. There we go. Is the Nether their equivalent of hell? Why do you have white hair? Does your father have white hair? Does your grandparents have white hair? Ding! Well, nice irony. Or is this just the area beneath the Tokyo Empire? Okay. Tokyo Underground. Quite a few mangas and animes based their premise on something being underground Tokyo. And you're not gonna call in any reinforcements? Like maybe other companies? Oh? Who are you? Wait, was that Iris? Didn't look like her. Wow, the opening now? Alright. Weird way to place it, but okay. Let me skip this real quick. See you guys in a second. And back. Engineer Vulcan. Hey, this is the opening. There has to be some significance to that. Really? Into the nether. That literally, the kanji for that is literally underground. Huh. Interesting. Flexing on everyone. That too. Anybody got some lights? Alright, here we go. About to have a showdown. Right? Two. Yeah, they don't know who is who. Of course, if that was poison gas, everything would be over. Are you really Vulcan? Alright. Of course, big badass boss is supposed to just sit there, wait for them. Right, let's go, let's go. Your voice, dude. You suck at this. Are you seriously that stupid, Iris? Ah! Really? Even what? Okay. No. Oh, this is literally assault right here. All right. Hmm. Just like because it's just people, I don't care. Ooh, this is the. Kohai shouldn't be translated to colleagues, but oh well. Oh. Just like unscathed. Oh damn. Hand-to-hand combat, really? It's just like she has an extra pair of arms and legs. She took it head on? Really? Yeah, I saw that one coming a mile away. Triple punch. Yeah! Yeah, he did. Okay, are we actually gonna see Tamaki do something in this arc? That's what she's talking about. Alright, so I guess she's gonna be taking care of assault by herself. Hmm. You know, for being like sort of the ultimate weapon, or one of the ultimate weapons of the Ashen Knights, his abilities don't really seem that impressive. Okay, and he's weak to women? Okay. Well, a win's a win, I guess. Mm. That's it? Alright, alright. See you guys in a second. Alrighty, so I guess Tamaki is probably the designated comedic relief character, and that's just, what she's there for, that's how she is. Then, in that case, well, I don't know, it's ridiculous, right? And especially with them, hyping up Assault to be this sort of, elite crack force that's going to be able to take on the eighth all by themselves, and with everybody in shock over what they're using him or something like that. He really didn't make his presence felt in this episode, right? Like even his abilities that he showed off, right, didn't really have that much impact to them. I feel to justify this sort of reverence. I mean, I get it, right? It could also be a possibility that he was simply hard countered by Tamaki, because fate and destiny, right? So we can see that he's maybe a little bit more pure-hearted in terms of his sexual development, and he's especially weak to women. So someone like Tamaki, who has her Lucky Lecture ability, would be the natural counter to him. Also, his abilities, perhaps they are very, very powerful. It's just that Tamaki also counters his abilities due to her, I don't know, high fire resistance and also her agility, I guess you could say. So it could be that kind of case, right? And if it was, then I gotta say the anime didn't really do a good job of showing off this part. So instead, it's sort of like, what just happened? Did he really just be defeated in such a comedic fashion, such a comedic manner? This was the guy who was supposed to wipe out the eighth, right? So I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. Even if they wanted to sort of like redeem Tamaki's character here, especially in terms of her abilities and whatnot, they could have still, structured and developed Assault a little bit better. Like maybe make us actually feel that, oh my god, this guy is for real. He's bad news and whatnot, and then have Tamaki somehow defeat him, right? I feel like that might be a better redemption for her in a sense. Or I guess it could also be coming down the line as well. Perhaps this is not the last we see of Assault. I don't know, but that's basically what my feelings in terms of the Tamaki versus Assault scene. Now the Maki scene, however, yeah, that was great. She is such a badass, and really, it fits her fighting style, right? It makes logical sense. That's the way it fights, and you can really feel the oomph and the impact of all those blows and punches and whatnot. Yeah, what can I say? It's just a pleasure to watch, right? Although, the funny thing is, I feel like even without those kind of augmented machinery, she probably could have come out on top in that situation as well, right? Maki is low-key, like, really, really strong here. So, well, I mean, she's definitely cooler by using those two augmentations and having another pair of arms and having another pair of legs and whatnot. It complements her fighting style very well as well, and well, it's just great, right? It's just great. I wish we could have had a little bit more of that part, make it a little bit longer so we could watch her badassness a little bit more. Beyond that, I guess, we learn about the Nether here. I'm still really curious as to the entire situation with the world and with Tokyo. At first, at the very beginning of the series, I thought, okay, fine, they basically, sort of like a war happening, so maybe the countryside is torn, and whatnot, but, they moved all the people into Tokyo and sort of set up set up base there, right? But as things have developed on, we learn more and more that the world is actually in a pretty bad place, right? So even though everything within Tokyo, the Tokyo Empire, seems to be peace and confluence, serene and whatnot, potentially that is not the case outside of Tokyo. And really, it's still anyone's, at least for those of us anime viewers, it's still really anyone's guess as to how it actually came to be, right? So, for instance, did a volcano erupt a long time ago, and that's what filled the atmosphere with ashes, or maybe a meteor strike or something filled the atmosphere with ashes, and that caused everything to die out, perhaps, blocking the sun and whatnot. Perhaps that's actually still in effect today, and everything we see in the Tokyo Empire is actually artificial, completely powered by Amaterasu, right? I had this theory ever since we had the arc with Vulcan, where he was saying he wanted to sort of power and create all the other life on Earth as well, right? Create an energy source that could power them along as well. So that got me thinking, hey, perhaps, even though within this Tokyo Empire, it seems things are going pretty well, and maybe it was just, superficial destruction, they can rebuild and whatnot, there might be actually a bigger underlying problem in regards to the world at large, right? It's not just a simple case of, okay, so fire wrecked everything or whatnot, and we can just simply rebuild. Potentially that is not the case, actually. And I guess one last part would be the the iris scene with Shinra, right? But unfortunately, I don't really have a guess as to what that what that connection is, and in regards to Iris's character. Then again, I gotta say the Holy Soul Temple, the Holy Soul Temple does seem more and more fishy by the moment. Then again, even in the beginning, I was like, this is bad news, right? When you have this type of anime, this type of work, and you have religion in it, 9 times out of 10, or like 9.5 times out of 10, they are bad news, and they have some nefarious purpose behind them, right? And especially with this sort of mythology, with how the I guess Raphael's first got this fire and then became the savior of the world or whatnot, of humanity. You gotta wonder, right? Is that really true, or did he make some sacrifices? Maybe that fire is not as holy as we think it is, right? But then again, that is all speculation, and considering we're already on episode 19, I don't think we're gonna be learning much more about the actual background story and whatnot within this season. So there we go. That's my review of episode 19 of Fire Force. In next episode, we're probably gonna see all the rest of the members fighting along as well. And I'm guessing after that, the episode after that, we're probably gonna see a confrontation between Shinra and Show, right? At least that's how this typically goes. And then probably this season will end with the end of this arc. Whatever outcome it may have. Perhaps Show will be turned back by Shinra. Perhaps they, Show loses and then they each go on their way or something like that. We'll see. We'll see, right? So, there we go. That's my review for this episode. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.